welcome to NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster High School here this afternoon to bring you high school tournament softball action where the St. Henry Redskins are coming to town to take on the Wildcats in St. Henry's second tournament and the Cats' first. Today's sponsors: Minster Bank, Schwieterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, NKTelco, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IGA, Cargill, Grand Lake Health, Clope Building Products, Moran's Refrigeration, and First National Bank. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Minster High School. We're at Four Seasons Park, where this afternoon the Wildcats, #1 team in the state, are going to take on the St. Henry Redskins in tournament action. I'm Dennis Henshin, along with Ron Cruzy. We're hoping to bring you this game this afternoon in between the raindrops and damp field. Ron, what do you think about these two teams today as they get ready to start this tournament action?
St. Henry comes in with a record of 3-15. They finished 7th in the MAC, 1-6 in the MAC. They beat Waynesfield in their first tournament game 10-5. That was on Tuesday night. So they come in off of a win. And for Minster, they come in with a 22-1 record on the season, 7-0 in the MAC. Obviously, that's #1 in the MAC. And they haven't played a tournament game yet. This will be their first one. In the sectional finals, they drew a bye.
Okay, Minster did play on Tuesday night. However, that was league action yet, as they traveled to Parkway and played at Parkway in the last league game of the year. And as Ron said, they were 7-0 in the league, and this is the second year in a row they've won the league outright. So here we go. St. Henry's first three batters will be the shortstop, Grace Lang, Taylor Rammel, the second baseman, and the pitcher, Carly Deitz. So Grace Lang, the shortstop, at the plate. She looks at that one. That's there for a strike.
Lang comes in a 4.15 clip this season. She's a shortstop for the Redskins.
And that's there for strike 2.
We'll give you the defensive lineup for the Minster Wildcats around the infield. Lindsay Albers at third, Taylor Homan at short, Carly Richard at second, Lainey Hemmelgarn playing first base. In the outfield from left to right, Mara Smeezing, Danielle Barhorst, and Emily Stubbs in right. The battery, Caitlin Wolf behind the plate, Jenna Poppelman on the mound.
And with that, Poppelman strikes out the first batter, and Grace Lang goes down swinging for out #1. Taylor Rammel, the second baseman, comes to the plate.
Jenna Poppelman on the mound for the Wildcats. She has an 18-0 record, a 1.11 ERA, 153 strikeouts, and 32 walks. That's getting it done.
You're right. It is good. Number 10, Taylor Rammel, the second baseman, batting. She's hitting at a 204 clip. And yes, that'll be good. And the next offering swung on and missed. If we got time, let's take a look at the keys to the game here. And the first one's up will be for St. Henry Redskins.
The first one is eliminate defensive errors. And the second one is be aggressive at the plate.
And they have swung at a couple of pitches. I hope they don't want to get him out of the zone. Take a look at the keys to the game for the Minster Wildcats. And there's another. That caught looking, so Taylor Rammel goes down looking for out #2. And that brings Carly Deitz to the plate. The opposing number stepping in on the left side. Carly's the pitcher for the Redskins. And that one's fouled off the catcher's mask back to the screen. Just to preface this game just a little bit, these teams played each other about a week or so ago. Poppelman was not available for that game as she was injured, and it was a very tight game until the 6th inning. It was actually 7-3 going into the 6th, and then Minster scored 9 runs in that inning, and it ended up a run rule game. So we'll have to see once if that bears fruit today again, that Henry can stay close.
So Carly Deitch takes a strike. That's 1-2 is the count. Carly Deitch is batting .500, has 10 RBIs on the season for the Redskins.
Patton's low in the dirt for a ball. Count goes even now, 2-2. 2 outs. Like I said, we're going to maybe dodge raindrops as I sit here right now. There's a fly ball in field. Shortstop calls for it. She has it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 1st. And the Wildcats coming to bat right away.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
Okay, before the Cats come to bat, let's take a look at the keys to the game for those given to us by Coach Hemmelgarn.
Keys to the game for the Minster Wildcats. The first one is airtight defense, and the second one is discipline at the dish. Those are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. And let's give you the defensive lineup here for St. Henry across the infield. Reagan Wendell at third base, Grace Lang at shortstop, Taylor Rammel at second, Sydney Sweeterman at first. Across the outfield from left to right, Claire Wendell, Olivia Winter, and Alexis Phillips in right field. The batteries, Dakota McCann behind the plate, and Carly Deitch on the mound.
And Minster will send the top of the order to the plate in this inning, and that'll be Carly Richard, the second baseman, Danielle Barhorst, the center fielder, and Taylor Holman, the shortstop. And right now, Richard finds herself in a hole. There she hops one to the second baseman, over first, and Richard is retired. 4-3 on the ground out. Batter number 2 in the lineup, Danielle Barhorst, the center fielder.
She comes in the game hitting .378.
First pitch to her is not there for a ball. She's way up in front of the plate, and that one's just a little high. It goes to the back screen.
Carly Deitch comes in the game with a 9.33 ERA on the mound, 38 strikeouts, 52 walks, and a 1-9 record.
And the next one is off the plate and low. So the count goes 3-0 on Danielle Barhorst, the center fielder, number 20. And that's outside and high for a ball 4. So down to first goes Danielle Barhorst with a base on balls. Taylor Holman, the shortstop, comes to the plate.
How about these numbers? .568 batter, 8 home runs, 48 RBIs.
And we have a stolen base there as Barhorst took off on that pitch and didn't even draw a throw. So she's now standing at second. That one's high.
The wind's blowing out, so she gets it up in the air. Good chance.
And that one's wide. Count goes to 2-1. She's got 8 home runs on the year, so it's not out of the realm of reality that it could happen again.
So Barhorst is going to get first, goes to second on a stolen base. Now hits third on a wild pitch. Makes it a little easier for Homan to get her in.
Yes, it does. And count goes to 3-2. Can even get another pass ball, and you'll have a run in. And that's high. And the throw back. Uh-oh, they've got the runner cut off. The ball goes to third. Runner breaks to home, and she slides in there. The runner who walked goes to first, goes to second. On the mishandle there at the plate, she advances all the way to the third. So Homan now on the base on balls is all the way at third.
So really a steal of home there by
Danielle Barhorse.
Yep. I'm not sure if she planned that, but worked out good for her.
Yes. Jenna Poppelman, the pitcher for the Cats, number 12, comes to the plate. She's batting in the 4 spot.
Hitting .469.
She has had 4 home runs on the year. If you're looking at that, like Ron said, the wind is blowing out. When we read our home run stats, we can't tell you whether they're inside the Parkers or if they're fence clears. We don't know. But anyway, she has 4, and who do we say who had 8? Holman, I think.
Holman has 8. Yeah. She leads the Wildcats in home runs. So Danielle Barhorse had a free trip around the plate, around the bases. A base on ball, stolen base, wild pitch, and a steal at home.
There's a single lace to left center. Glove there by the center fielder and return to the infield. But Holman comes in with a second run in the inning, and Jenna Poppelman is at first with a single.
The first hit of the ball game.
Caitlin Wolf, the catcher, now steps into the plate. Number 13.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 5, Savannah Bergman.
Savannah Bergman is going to be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, and she now is down at first base on the base pass. So
Caitlin Wolf comes in hitting .394 on the season, the catcher for the Wildcats.
And that was low.
We'll see once what Jenna Poppelman, or not Jenna Poppelman, she just got a pitch run for, but we'll see once what they do on the bases here. We'll have a steal, and there she goes.
There's Bergman takes off, and she's not there. And she is there in time. Oh, she didn't slide, and I thought she was going to get called out. So Savannah Bergman now down at second with another potential run if they can get a hit. And that is a strike, so the count goes 1-2. And that's outside. So Savannah Bergman standing at second base as a courtesy runner. And that one's popped to the right off the screen. Two and two the count. There's one hit up the center. Shortstop touched it, but couldn't grab it. Picked it up, goes to first, but not in time. So an error there. And Wolf is on with an error, wouldn't you say, Ron?
Yes, definitely an error.
Okay, that'll bring Lainey Hemmelgarn to the plate.
Laney's batting .354. She has 32 RBIs. So she's a good one to have up there for Minster.
Oh, right between second and first. That'll get a run home. The throw comes in and it's cut off. Now the runner takes over to third, slides in there safe, and so Laney gets an RBI. And she ends up at second as Jenna Poppelman scores, or the pinch runner in this case.
So Wildcats very aggressive on the base paths.
There's a fly ball to center. The center fielder has it. The runner tags at third. The throw comes home. Not in time. And she slides in there with a another run. So Wolf scores from third on the sac fly by Lindsay Albers. Didn't even get to talk about Lindsay, but sac fly there, RBI. There's 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, the 8th batter to bat here, Emily Stubbs, the right fielder, comes to the plate. And that's low for a ball. Emily's hitting over 300.
Yep, 303 on the season.
And she's got 15 RBIs on the year, so she's driven in some runs. And that's a one-hopper at the plate. Sprinkling as we speak to you. You probably can't see it on your camera, but we are feeling precipitation. We have felt it all through the first inning. And that one's high. So Carly Deitz has got to come to the plate now. 3-1 count. And that one's fouled at the plate. Count goes 3-2. Three and two, 2 out, 1 on. And that's low and in the dirt, ball 4.
Nice stop there by Dakota McCann behind the plate. She had 2 nice stops there. Balls that bounced in front of the plate. Keeps the runner at second base.
Okay, that brings Mara Schmiesing to the plate, the left fielder. Means the Cats have batted around here in inning number 1, and they've already pushed 4 across.
Mara's batting .321.
Her strike zone's a little smaller than some of the others. Plus the crouch. She's a little in front of the plate. There's another one. Hit off the second base side of the first baseman. Here comes the runner. Runner come to the plate, not in time. We got a little screwed up there, I believe, between the runner around at second and looks up and whoa, I have a teammate standing there. Yeah. So Mara Schmiesing gets credit for a RBI.
Lainey Hemmelgarn rounded third, wasn't going to go in, and then she looked back and here
Lindsay
comes
Stubbs.
Stubbs. So she's got to kick it in gear, so she took off and scored.
She said, "Dad, you didn't wave me home." Okay, we're all batted all the way around now. So Carly Richard, who started off the game by grounding out to the second baseman, now flies out to the second baseman for the 3rd out. So after 1 complete, it is 5 for the Wildcats and nothing for the Redskins. And we'll be right back after this message.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
All right, we go to the top of the second, and St. Henry's going to send to the plate 4, 5, and 6. That'll be Olivia Winter, the center fielder, and Dane Rindler, the designated player, and Claire Wendell, the left fielder.
Winter comes in at 423.
And fouls that one back to the screen.
She's right on that. The timing and everything was there. Just
a little low
got
with
under
the bat,
it.
yeah. Dana Riller on deck, designated player. If you're not familiar, that's about like a DH in the majors. but she is eligible, and there's a swing and a miss. She is eligible to play if need be, but she basically just hits at the current time, so she's on deck. Clara Wendell, the left fielder, will follow. There's a single to right as Winter gets a hold of that. She's down at first.
First base hit for the Redskins.
Dana Rindler comes to the plate.
She's batting .438.
Number 27. And she looks at the first pitch there for a strike.
Now, one thing the 5 runs in the first inning for Minster does is kind of takes away the stealing possibilities of St. Henry.
And a quick throw down to first, not in time. Ball's dropped anyhow.
They don't have near as many options now with a 5-0 deficit.
Have to play it a little more cautiously, you're saying?
Yeah, you can't really take any chances being down that far. Just more or less keep the train moving.
And there's a pitch for a strike. So count goes 1-2. That old adage, don't make the first out, don't make the third out at third base.
That's correct.
And that's off the plate wide.
The Reds haven't read that book yet. The other night, Puig got thrown out at third base.
Oh, my.
Trying to steal.
And there's a swing and a miss as Dana Rindler goes down swinging for the first out in inning number 2. So Winter still remains at first. Claire Wendell comes to the plate, number 2.
Comes in batting .357. So Poppelman with 3 strikeouts so far in the game.
Claire swings at that one and misses. Seen her on the volleyball club trail this spring. Setter for her team out of Grand Lake. And that's there at the knees for strike 2. So Claire finds herself in a hole right now. Alexis Phillips is on deck, the right fielder. And that's outside for ball. One ball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Go ahead. 5-0 on the First National Think First scoreboard.
Wendell behind in the count. Beats that one in the dirt. Back to the mound. Goes to second for one. And to first. Safe at first. So a little slow on the release at second base, but 1-6 gets the first runner. And Claire Wendell is safe on a fielder's choice at first. And that brings Alexis Phillips to the plate. She line drives to first, and she's retired for out number 3. So in the top of the second, St. Henry pushes no runs across. Score remains 5 for the Wildcats, nothing for Henry. We'll be right back.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
At CAPT, we use Hometown Opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Early Dites on the hill for St. Henry to face numbers 2, 3, and 4 here in inning number 2 for the Minster Wildcats, and that will be Danielle Barhorse leading off, followed by Holman, and there she punches one foul on a bunt attempt, and Jenna Poppelman to follow. So Barhorse, first time up, walked, and scored a run in the first inning. So back in the top of the second, there's that's down. That'll go all the way to the wall. Round first, heading to second, and she looks at the throw coming in, puts on the brakes and retreats. So right there, nice shot right out of the chute there by Danielle Barhorse as she's on second with a leadoff double. That'll bring Taylor Holman to the plate.
That was a shot right down the line. She's a very aggressive base runner. She gets what I would call a secondary lead out there, about halfway to third.
Yeah, she's a good 6 steps off the bag by the time the catcher has the ball. Count goes 1-1 here on Holman. There's Holman, hits it in the hole at shortstop, and it trickles into left field. And Holman continues on to second as the ball is then brought into the infield. So Holman on with a single. It goes to second on the throw in. Barhorse stands at third. Jenna Poppelman, the pitcher for the Cats, coming to the plate. She singled her first time up. And that is up, hit to the shortstop. Over to first, not in time. High and wide. 2 runs will score. And Poppelman down at second on an error there by the shortstop. So 2 more runs come in for the Wildcats.
So we had a base hit and an error there. Drives in 2 runs.
And once again, the courtesy runner, Savannah Bergman, goes out to second base. That's a nice rule instituted by the state to advance and protect the pitchers and the catchers a little bit. Speeds the game up a little bit also.
And it gets other people in the game.
True. So if you have a person who's fleet of foot and gifted, there's a place for them on the roster.
Yep. Caitlin got on an error by the shortstop her first time up. Scored the Wildcats' 4th run of the ball game. Now it's 7-0.
Laney Hamelgarn on deck, first baseman, and that one's high. So the count 3-1 on Caitlin Wolf, the catcher for the Cats. And that's there for a strike. So the count goes full now. 3-2. Nobody out. And that's in the dirt and thrown back to the mound. And as it goes back to the mound, Poppelman moves on to third. So base on balls.
Here comes the rain.
And a few raindrops coming down. So it's not that we don't know what we want to do, it's just that it's going to get wet. And they're going to pull everybody off the field for a few minutes.
And that
so take a break.
We're gone.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Lainey Hemmelgarn at the plate here. She's got a kind of one-on-one on her. We've got runners at second and third. So now there's one beat up the center. Shortstop gloves it. That'll bring 1 run home. So Hemmelgarn gets one more in as Poppelman moves across the plate with the 3rd run here in inning number 2. There's been a small rain delay here as it's just a brief shower, but it kind of passed, and there is a little more around, but it stopped here momentarily. So that was the first out in the inning on Lanny Hemmelgarn as she grounded to shortstop. And we still have one out in the inning, one runner on base, 3 runs in. Score is now 8-0.
And I'd like to thank the lady that just brought me a towel.
You lucky duck.
She saw.
Who's your friends? And that one's in the dirt for ball 4. So down to first goes Lindsay Albers. Emily Stubbs is on deck, or coming to the plate now. She was on deck. So now Emily steps in. She had a base on balls the first time up, swings at that and misses. The runner goes to second, now home, and out.
A nice play there by St. Henry.
On the delayed double steal, they get the runner at the plate. So Wolf is out at the plate as the second baseman came in and cut the throw off, returned it home, and they've got the runner at the plate.
2-4-2.
There's a high fly to center field, and the center fielder reaches up there. That's Olivia Winter, makes a nice stab at the ball and brings it down for out number 3. Well hit by Stubbs, well caught by the center fielder. So a quick fly out to center for out number 3. So inning 2 is in the books, and we'll be right back after this message.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Okay, Jenna Poppelman on the hill for the Cats as she's going to face 9-1-2 for the Redskins. Dakota McCann comes to the plate, up for the first time here, top of the 3rd. Poppelman looks, pauses, steps, fires, swung on and missed. So Reagan Wendell, Dakota McCann finds herself in a hole 0-1. She swings at that one likewise and is late. She's the catcher for the Redskins.
With a name like that, you got to be a catcher because it came up with the Atlanta Braves. Played a little bit for the Yankees. Now he's back with the Braves, I think.
Could be. Well, she's hitting at about 240 on the year, but she's almost 150 points higher than that on her on-base percentage. She's getting on at 387, but she finds herself down just a little bit, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's low. Reagan Wendell, the 3rd baseman, is on deck. And that one is low. Count goes full now, so Poppleman's got to come in if she wants to get her, otherwise she's going to free pass her, or McConn's got to hit it. And that's there at the knees for a strike, so McConn gets caught looking.
That's the 4th strikeout for Jenna Poppleman.
And Reagan Wendell, the 3rd baseman, will come to the plate for the first time. And then we'll jump back to the top of the order. Grace Lange, the shortstop.
She comes in batting 139 on the season.
That's their first strike. I think if you just joined us, the Redskins use a flex player, number 18, Sydney Schwederman. She plays first base and doesn't bat in the lineup. And swung on there and missed.
A little bit behind that.
Reagan Wendell, she's the 3rd baseman for the Redskins. Swung on and missed there for a strikeout.
So that's 2 in a row here in the 3rd inning. A total of 5 strikeouts for Poppleman.
Grace Lang comes up. Is it Lang or Lange? I'm never sure. I think it's Lange. Grace Lange at the plate. And she swings and misses.
Can't help but notice you're standing up.
My seat's wet, and I didn't have a towel brought to me by some nice lady like my friends.
I turned my chair upside down.
I didn't do that.
That could be the problem.
Yes. Strike 2. Grace Lang, he 415 on the year, 508 on base percentage. So through walks, errors, hits batsmen, she gets on a few more times, almost another 100 percentage points.
I'm surprised that lady told me I could use the towel, but don't give it to that guy, she said.
And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that is strikeout as Poppleman strikes out the side for out number 3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd with the Cats leading 8-0 over the Redskins. We'll be right back.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CERA and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
Trust us! NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us! Cats at the plate, bottom of the 3rd, leading 8-0. Mara Schmeezing will lead off for the Wildcats, and she'll be followed by Carla Richards and Danielle Barhorse. So right now the count goes to 1-1 on Mara.
Mara had a single in the 1st inning.
And she's going to have another single right there as that one just goes over the second base bag. And she's down at first with her 2nd hit.
That's pretty nice when your 9th place hitter is 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Here's a lady that's looking for a little revenge. Flied out to second base and grounded out to second base, so Carla Richard like to correct that. And a little change of pace there. Richard, as Ron said, the bit ago, batting at 388. She's got 25 RBIs and she scored 42 runs, so you know she's getting on base. That's high for a ball, the 2nd ball to her, actually, 2-0. Carla Richard at the plate. And that one's upstairs. Danielle Barhorse, the center fielder, on deck. And that's there. She took that 3-0 pitch for a strike. 3-1. Cats leading 8-0. Scored 5 in the first, 3 in the second. And looks at that one for strike 2. Has yet to offer at a pitch. And that's upstairs. Ball 4. So Carl Richard gets a free pass. Mara Schmiesing moves to second. Danielle Barhorst, the center fielder, on deck.
She walked in the first inning, had a double in the second inning.
And there's one laced to left center and dropped by the center fielder. The force throw into third for a force. And it's not in time. Center fielder made a nice try. Was a shoestring type catch. We're going to give her a single on that. And Taylor Holman comes to the plate. So the sacks are full right now. There's one that gets by the catcher. And quickly, Schmiesing comes in from third for a run here in the third. And the other runners move on to second and third. So Holman's got ducks on the pond. And change balls. Everything gets a little wet now.
If it gets in the grass, it's going to be slippery.
Yep. So the umpire addresses it to the home team to launder the ball. That means dry it off.
So Holman leads the Wildcats in RBIs with 48 coming into the game. She has a base on balls and a single so far.
We talked about the capability of hitting a home run. The breeze has died down a little bit. Still coming from the southwest, which means it's blowing out. And that quickly advances Holman to the first base on 4 straight pitches. Jenna Poppelman, the pitcher, coming to the plate.
So the sacks are full for the Wildcats. Poppelman singled in the first inning, singled in the second inning. 2 for 2.
She scored 2 runs likewise. So number 12, Jenna Poppelman, down there talking to Coach Hemmelgarn.
So we're going to have a
pitching change.
Deitch is going to first base. Nope, she's coming out of the game. She went to first. She is going to first. She's going to stay there. A little confusion there. The first baseman, Sydney Sweeterman, is going to right field.
Let's take a break and we'll be right back because she's going to get a few warm-up pitches here and we'll be right back. So be right back as Dana Rendler warms up. We'll be right back.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Rendler has just about completed her warm-up tosses, and she's going to get ready to pitch to Poppelman, her opposing number. And now everybody returns to the bases, and the bases are full for the Wildcats. Jenna Poppelman at the plate, 1 run in. Bases are full. Poppelman up twice, scored twice. Ron said she had 2 hits. And that's not there for a ball. And swung on and missed as that one falls down at the knees. Count goes 1-1. And that's above the letters.
As we said, Carly Deitch went to first base, and Sydney Sweeterman went out to play right field.
So if my numbers are correct, then the right fielder, Alexa Phillips, is now out of the lineup. There's a foul at the plate. We'll have to check that. Nothing was said. They just began to rotate players.
She is out of the game. I saw her go to the dugout.
Jenna Poppelman now fouls another one at the plate. 9-0. Cats in the lead over the Redskins. Another ball to be laundered by the Minster dugout.
Still nobody out.
And that one's high. So Poppelman gets a base on balls and an RBI. And that's going to bring Richard across the plate.
So that makes the score 10-0 on the First National Bank.
And once again,
first scoreboard.
And once again, Savannah Bergman gets the opportunity to run for the pitcher as Poppelman comes in to take a break. Caitlin Wolf, the catcher, comes to the plate.
She got on an error in the first inning and a base on balls in the second inning.
And that one's upstairs. Lainey Hemmelgarn on deck, first baseman. And that's there for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rindler has the advantage right now. And Batten's beating the dirt over to the on-deck circle. I think they're going to throw that one back in. They are. And they're going to dry that one off with the towel. 1-2 on the batter. Nobody out here in the third inning. And that's fouled at the plate. Goes back to the screen. And that one will likewise get dried off. It is now drizzling again. Caitlin Wolf at the plate, number 13. There's a well-hit ball. It hits the base of the wall. 1 run in, 2 runs in. The throw to the plate, not in time. And on the throw home, she comes to second. So Caitlin Wolf with a big double, 3 RBIs. And she moves on to third on the throw. And Lainey Hemmelgarn, the first baseman, is going to come to the plate.
Lainey got a base hit in the first inning and grounded out to shortstop in the second.
And that one comes in, hits the batter, and so that'll be a dead ball. So Lainey goes to first, hit by the pitch. Lindsay Albers now comes to the plate. Here you can see it. Oh, these are the runners coming home on the double. Now Lindsay Albers steps in now. That one hops the catcher, goes all the way to the wall, and another run comes home.
Now we got a runner on second, Lainey Hemmelgarn. 14-0. Wildcats. That ball's going to be wet. We're going to throw that one out.
5 runs across the plate here in inning number 3 now. Make that 6, I'm sorry. Missed one way down at the bottom. 6 runs in. Albers at the plate. Emily Stubbs on deck. And that's high. Hemmelgarn out at second. And that's inside for a ball. So Albers grabs a base on balls. And she goes down to first. So runners first and second. 6 runs in, no one out.
And this is the 9th batter of the inning for the Wildcats.
Shows bunt, foul.
In the form of Emily Stubbs. Drew a base on balls in the first inning, flied out to center field in the second inning.
On a real well-hit ball, that one was.
Yes.
So Stubbs asked for time. Now she's ready. And that is beating the dirt off the third base foul line.
We'll need a dry ball after that one.
Yep, you don't even have to look over to the outfield. Dry one coming in. Might have to break out a couple new ones yet after a while. Because everything that touches the ground is wet, especially in the grass. Emily Stubbs batting. Popped up right here.
On.
And no one can get to it.
I thought we were going to have a chance.
To show your skills?
Well, I don't know about that, but
running
chance is
running.
a chance.
Chance to get out of the way.
There you go.
All right. So Stubbs fouls that one back. Count goes 0-2 on her.
Be a dry ball, I'd try for it, but a wet ball, I might be embarrassed.
Schmeezing on deck. And that one's on the outside corner for strike 3. So Emily Stubbs goes down. And that'll be the first out in the inning. And Mara Schmeezing comes to the plate. Nope. We're going to have a substitution. We'll have number 4 comes to the plate. And that will be Royce Glass. Royce Glass. My paper is so wet I can't even make it. I can't make my pen right.
I turned it upside down. Now I can't turn it back up because it tears.
Royce Glass at the plate. And the first pitch to her is not there for a ball. So apologies, after a while, I can't even write on my notebook anymore. It's too wet. Glass looks at that one for a ball, and the count goes 3-0 on her. 1 out. Runners on first and second. And she draws a base on balls. So now we're going to go back to the top of the order. And Olivia Webker, I believe, coming to the plate, number 6. And that's high and outside. Let me just check my stats again. Liv Webker, that's right. Number 6, she's coming to the plate. Batting for Carla Richard. And that's there for a strike. Sacks are full right now. First, second, and third. Hemmelgarden third, Albers second, and Glass at first. Number 6, Webker. And that's one hops the catcher.
Another good stop there by McCann. She's made several of those.
And when a new ball is the one that's out there now is wet and dirty. Dana Rindler on in relief for the Redskins.
I think the rain has diminished.
And there's a foul at the plate. Count goes 3-2 on Webker. I'm sorry, boy. I cannot write. I cannot get.
My scorebook is wet.
Yeah, so is mine. All my cheat sheets are wet.
We apologize if we can't tell you what happened earlier, but I have the runs on it, but nothing else.
And that's high for a ball. So Webker draws a base on balls. And she gets an RBI for that one. And that'll push Hemmelgarn home for run number 7 and 15 for the game. Albers is at third.
That's going to bring up number 42, and that is Alexis Bishop.
Yes, sophomore. Swings and misses on that one. Glass is at second, I believe. And Webker is at first. And that one's above the eyes. Yeah, Albers at third. Albers at third. Glass at second. Webker at first.
Right.
Hope I got that right.
I think that is.
And the pitch. That's there for a strike. Count evens, 2-2. 2-2, 1 out, bases loaded. And swung on, missed, but there will be no force at first. That's that. I think.
I don't know.
She did not. She didn't have to throw it to first. Sacks were loaded, but she did.
She did.
And
run come in.
So I guess that is correct. So Albers scores.
That's 2 out. Now runners on second and third. 16-0. The First National Bank Think First scoreboard says.
And that one's fouled. Taylor Holman, the shortstop, up now. She's been up 3 times. She scored all 3 times. She's got 1 hit in there.
She drew 2 base on balls and a hit.
$16-0. Here in the top of 3, or bottom of 3, I'm sorry. And that's low. The ability to throw strikes.
Yep.
Very, very important.
The best pitch in baseball, and it's also the best pitch in softball. Strike.
And that is just a little low for a ball. Count goes 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2-2. 2 out, 2 on.
I think that probably holds true in Little League, too.
Yes. Maybe more so than in any other sport. Some days you're praying for a strike in Little League if you're a parent or a coach. Please throw a strike, son. Or lady, please throw a strike. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Wow. And that's whacked into center field and caught nicely there by the center fielder as Holman is retired for out number 3.
That's Olivia Winter out there in center field, made that nice catch.
She's had a couple of them already today. So after 3 complete, it is 16-0 in favor of the Wildcats. We'll be right back.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Going to the top of the 4th, the Redskins will send Taylor Ramall, Carly Deitz, and Olivia Winter to the plate. 2, 3, and 4. And see once if they can get some on the board here as they trail 16-0 here in the top of the 4th.
We got some changes out in the field, and we'll try to get them to you as we see them right now. I see number 7, Samantha Trego, is going to be playing third base, replacing Lindsay Albers. We have number
19
on the mound.
Rachel Hoying. Rachel Hoying on the hill. Rachel Hoying on the hill.
And unfortunately, we're looking at the front and we can't see the numbers on the back.
Yes. And there's a pop foul over the screen to the right. Out of play.
So Taylor Rammel is at the plate for St. Henry. She struck out looking in the first inning.
Two, three, four, and there's a single in the center field that jumps by the center fielder, but no advancement. So Rammel on with a single. Carly Dietz comes to the plate, and she'll be followed by Olivia Winter, the center fielder.
I think we have a new first baseman too. I think if I saw the number right, number 31, Bryn Oldiges.
That would be correct. That is correct. So the first pitch to Carly is not there for a ball. Next pitch, swung on, bounced back to the pitcher. Over to short, over to first, can't be held on, so safe at first. Winner's on with the fielder's choice. She's at first. I'm sorry, Carly Dietz is on at first with the fielder's choice. Rammel got retired on the 1-6 at second. So one out there real quickly. Olivia Winter at the plate, number 12.
And we have a new second baseman too, number 6, Liv Whipker, who came into bat in that last inning for Carly Richard. She remains in the game to play second base.
So 1 ball, no strike. There's a line drive over towards the shortstop and over to second. And that retires the lead runner. 6-4 for the retirement. Olivia Winter is on first, safe on a fielder's choice. And Dana Rindler, the designated player, also the designated hitter in my book. Throw down to first, not there.
And we have a new catcher too, but I can't quite make that number out.
And the next pitch, not there for a ball.
Maybe we could interview her on the way back to the dugout, find out who that is.
Rindler pounds it in the ground to third. Third baseman over to first, underneath the glove of the first baseman, and out of play. So I believe that'll allow 1 run in.
Yeah, the girl that was on second base will be able to come in.
Or they're only going to give her the advancement to third, I guess.
It should be 1+1.
I think so, but I don't see it.
She was on first base, that's why.
Okay, you're right.
She was on
Rachel
first.
Hoying. Yep. Rachel Hoying is the pitcher. Yeah, and that one's high and wide.
So I'm sorry, Mr. Umpire. You
are correct. And Clara Wendell at the plate, swings and that and misses. There's 2 outs, but there are 2 on for St. Henry. Second and third, so a hit here would definitely probably score a run. So if Clara Wendell can come through, and there she hits one to second. Scooped, over to first, in time, retired. 4-3 for out number 3. And after 3.5 innings, as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it is Still 16-0 in favor of the Minster Wildcats. Get her number.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Okay, we're back here in the fourth inning as the Wildcats are coming to bat. I'm sorry, fifth inning as the Wildcats, no, I'm right. Fourth inning as the Wildcats come to bat. First batter will be Samantha Trigo, third baseman, number 19. Just want to remind everyone that NKTelco and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school varsity softball, especially tournament action on KTelco Channel 3 on HD Channel 503. The rebroadcast of today's game will be Saturday at 11, May 11th at 11, and Sunday, May 12th at 7 p.m. in the evening, so you'll be able to catch it Sunday night. You can also watch the game on WOSN or on demand on NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. So you can hunt up the replay times on your computer, and you may watch them or pull them up on demand at your ease. First pitch to Trigo, swung on and missed. 16-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Cats leading. And there's one. Kick down to the shortstop. Scoops it up and over to first in time. So
that was number 19.
That was Trigo. And she was batting
Rachel
for Poppelman, correct?
I think that was 19. Rachel Hoyne was batting for Poppelman.
Oh, I'm sorry. And number 5, Savannah Bergman at the plate. She's done some pitch running.
She came in and she caught the last inning.
Yeah, and she has a single as she gets it by the second baseman towards the first base side. Second baseman laid out, but so that brings number 31, Bryn Olegas, to the plate. She played first base in the last inning. And she looks at a pitch that's on the inside part of the plate for a ball. Nope, he called it a strike. She even jumped back. So
must have been a breaking pitch.
Yeah, whatever. There's a ball well hit in the gap between left and center, and once again a nice catch out there.
Olivia Winter.
Yes, that's about the third big catch she's made today. So she retires the first out there of the inning.
She covers a lot of ground out there in center field. Good jump there, going to her right to left center field to haul that in. She went over there in an earlier inning and hauled one in.
So Sam Trigo comes to the plate. I had her batting earlier. Mistaked her for number 19, I think. My apologies. That was Rachel Hoying. And now we have number 7, Trigo, at the plate. And there's one beat on the ground, back to the mound. Pick and over to first in time, and Trigo is retired for out number 3. So in that inning, no runs for the Cats. Score remains after 4 complete, 16 for the Wildcats, nothing for the Redskins. We'll take a break and be right back.
Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Okay, we're back here in the top of the 5th as the Redskins come to the bat. They will be sending to the plate number 5. Alexis Phillips was in the right field, then she stepped out, so now she's re-entered and comes to the plate. Dakota McCann, the catcher, should be on deck, and she'll be followed by the third baseman, Regal Wendell. And that one's hit up the center. That's a base hit. So Phillips is on with a single, and she's down there at first base.
Now we have a pinch hitter for Dakota McCann.
And it'll be number 14, Elena Seifering. Number 14. Seifring batting for the first time. The pitch to her is by everybody and to the screen. So Elena Seifering at the plate. And on the wild pitch there, Alexis Phillips moves on down to second. And that one swung on and missed. Count evens, 1-1 on Seifering.
The Redskins need some runs, and a bunch of them.
And that's there on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Rachel Hoying on the hill for the Wildcats in relief of Poppelman. And that one is swung on and missed for a strikeout. So Seifring goes down swinging. If we have the right, yes, and that'll be Reagan Wendell, the third baseman, comes to the plate.
She struck out in the 3rd inning. It's her 2nd time up.
And we'll then go back to the top of the order for Grace Lange. One away, one on. Swung on and missed. She knew after she swung she was supposed to lay off that high pitch. She even tapped herself and said, "My bad." So here we go. And she didn't go after that one, and that was, if it wasn't wide, it was about the same height. So count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Reagan Wendell.
So the Redskins are down to their final 2 outs.
Yes, and that one swung on late and fouled back to the screen. So that will probably, that is going to get thrown out and dried off. Rachel Hoying on the hill. Reagan Wendell swings. That one's cued off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Over to first, in time. So the runner advances to third. So Phillips is now at third. And we go back to the top of the order. Grace Lang, number 9.
Struck out in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third.
She's got a chance to get an RBI here and push a run across for the Redskins. Grace hitting over 400 on the season. And that's high. Count evens at 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And that's not there. Count goes to 2-1.
Should be 2-1, yes. I didn't miss by much.
Nope, close, but not there. So Hoying's got to come now to the plate, 3-1. 2 out in the inning. And there's a little one hopper to the shortstop. Cannot be caught, cannot be played. So Lange was on with a single, and she pushes Alexis Phillips home with the first run for the Redskins and breaks the shutout.
Nice try there by Taylor Holman. He's kind of dove for it and didn't come up with it.
Glove back to the pitcher. Rammel grounds out to the pitcher. 1-3 for out number 3. But in the top of the 5th, the Redskins do push across a run to break the shutout, but due to the 10-run run rule after 5 innings, it is a complete game, and the final is 16 for the Wildcats, 1 for the Redskins. We'll be right back after this message.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Okay, we're back here where today the first game of the sectional tournament, the Minster Wildcats, the #1 team in the state, exercised their muscle as they defeated the St. Henry Redskins. A 16-1 score. Here's Ron with a recap.
Well, for Minster, they had 16 runs, 9 hits and 1 error. It says New Bremen, but it's actually St. Henry. 1 run on 4 hits and 2 errors. And our player of the game, by a unanimous vote here, was Caitlin Wolf, the catcher for the Wildcats, number 13. She was 2 for 4 at the plate, also scored 2 runs, did a very fine job behind the plate blocking pitches. So she is the player of the game. That's brought to you by NKTelco.
Okay, once again, we'd like to thank the sponsors who made today's broadcast possible, and we ask that maybe you tip your cap to them likewise, and you see them out and about, and thank them for their support of high school sports. Here are the sponsors for today's ball game. Wilson Health, caring without limits. Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Wagner's IJ, serving communities for over 95 years. Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door. Moran's Refrigeration, your appliance expert, serving Northwest Ohio for over 70 years. PSG, Automotive Outfitters. Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. Schwederman's Pharmacies, with pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta. New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Minster Dental Care, Francis Furniture. Keys to the game were brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Replays were brought to you by Winners Meats, who have had quality meats for over 90 years. Our player of the game was sponsored by NKTelco, and the scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Think First. That pretty much wraps up the action on today's game, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. Our director and our producer today was Bryce Hamrick, doing a great job in the truck with the lousy environment and everything, and his assistant director today was Jeff Enchen. On camera was Tyler Wolf. Your announcers today were Ron Cruzy and Dennis Henchen. We thank you for watching. And once again, the final from Minster, sectional tournament game number 1 for the Wildcats, 16 for the Wildcats, 1 for the St. Henry Redskins. Thank you and good night, everyone.